All right, guys, welcome back here to the stream. It's 9 a.m. It's a Thursday, and it's April 29th. I'm actually watching VXRT, which one AP Pro just called out in the chat room, and it's actually looking pretty good. Nice little volume spike here. $10 is big time resistance, so we definitely have a little bit more upside potential. It's been a pretty slow morning so far, with GRTX being our lead gapper, but it's not super exciting. VXRT here, 120 million shares outstanding, $1 billion market cap, a little bit on the high end for sure, but still on the front side. Just gonna watch this one. Yep, Clove is running again too. Breaking my heart. You know, last time Clove ran, I was pretty bullish, and I was like, usually if you have one big green day, you're followed up by at least a second little one. That's why I held it that first time, and then it never ended up holding its highs again. So unfortunately, we closed it after that. And now I'm just watching it being like, oh, it played me. VXRT, I mean, it's only gapping up 11%. It's not, you know, it's not a lot. The catalyst here presenting at World Vaccine Congress, Washington 2021. I mean, it's a catalyst. Nothing super interesting, I would argue. Let's see what else is going on here. Oral vaccines. Oral vaccines is definitely becoming a big topic. We've been seeing it again and again. Nice little bounce there. 1% little pop to the upside. Definitely going to be a lot of bag holders on a ticker like this, but you know, after the run that we had, what was that? That was a Tuesday here. It actually ended up holding its highs very well. So we're crawling nicely higher. Big resistance really around 10, 10.5. If we could keep breaking that, it'll be interesting to see where it goes. Definitely worth putting on the radar. It did have a higher low here before it started moving up again. So it should be an interesting one to watch. There's also just not a lot to watch. So even though one ticker is just moving a little bit, sometimes are quite strong. Pre-market overall, though, a little bit slow here. It says why when the video starts seems to be in the middle of a conversation. All right, I'm not sure what you mean by that, to be honest. Okay, very light volume. Mike Long Ford. Solid move Ford had off the lows. Wow. 260%. If you zoom back out, they're kind of where they were for a long time now. Definitely could argue that there's probably some decent upside here, at least till about 15. Ford's also been doing a lot of restructuring. I think this could be a great hold. Well, I think you have a little bit of a dividend here. Higher low as well. Who knows, maybe they're going to start channeling something like this. I would give them some really big upside for the next, you know, couple of years. Could be a great hold. Ah, okay. Yes. Yeah, actually, I did notice that. So oftentimes I remember I'll like not say anything for a while, and then I'll be like, "Are we live yet?" Because I'm not really sure. And then sometimes I forget because I'm looking at a ticker or I'm trying to get in a trade potentially. Then I forget that the stream is delayed like 5 to 10 seconds. I think it's around 10 seconds. Or even like a little bit less, like 7 or so. I can't change that on my end. That is a hard-coded YouTube thing. On all my settings, I have 0 delays. And on YouTube settings, I also have 0 delays. I can change that to like 30 seconds or so. So that is just an extra delay. I have no ability to edit. Here's a nice little pop again on GRTX. This ticker's been tough. Every time it had these little pops, I kept trying to trade them, but I kept on getting no resolution. So it almost seems like you want to try to trade them early and then sell into the first spike. GRTX, I'm up $11 on. I gave back. I made some. It was just a lot of back and forth for me with GRTX. I'm not super crazy about it at the moment. USA Biotech here, 25 million float, which is nice. 165 million market cap, also pretty nice. Originally, it was gapping up around 35%. It's okay. It's okay. Announced updated results from a phase 1 out of 2 pilot trial evaluating this drug right here in patients with locally advanced pancreatic cancer, LAPC, who are undergoing stereotactic body radiation therapy. That's a mouthful. Anyway, the results seem to be good, and it is making some nice little moves here. Weekly chart, we came off a pretty big low here, and then this was a really, really strong move right into the 10s, 60% pop. Next run could be into the 12s and then maybe in the 14s, but we'll see how good this area holds, and then where we can go from here. 5-minute chart, technically it's making a little bit of a flag pattern. Very kind of rough though. Basically had a nice little 9% pop, then we ended up pulling back here, and now we're going again for, it looks like we finally broke out of this kind of pattern, a little 4% move almost here. GRTX, we've had some dips down, but they weren't really like too bad. They weren't your like horrific flush or anything like that, but we'll see. Scott, you make it sound like a bad thing. It's a little chilly in here, honestly. I've been wearing a jacket all day today. It is kind of sad though, now you point it out like that. Esmo's wondering, how can you find MNMD on TOS? I'm not really sure if I get your question. Mine meant really consolidating hard here. I wonder what's going to happen. It's got some pretty interesting backers, some big names. I think there's a lot of people that jumped into this one, really excited. We're pretty much right before the uplist. We're back to the price before the uplist. Maybe it's going to sell off again, or this is finally the new low here around 4.7. Who knows? It's going to be interesting to follow up on. I would probably consider doing a swing trade on MNMD. If we get back to 4s or so, but for now I'm just kind of patiently sitting here. Scott says, just curious what the lucky T for the day is. This is a Trade Journal classic. We got the Do You Even Journal. We got the Do You Even Journal shirt on. It's actually the one I wore yesterday, so don't make too much fun of me. How do you spell MNMD? I feel like I probably am butchering it half the times I say it, especially when I'm in the middle of a trade and kind of going faster. But at this point, it's a little bit ingrained in my head, MNMD. We did talk about Safe Moon. I think it was yesterday. Oh, no, was it yesterday? I forgot. A little bit after a stream. It's a total scam. Just watch out. I mean, you know, I trade scams all the time. Like, I have nothing against, you know, buying and selling, you know, something shady. I mean, that's more or less what we're doing half the time with small caps. A lot of these companies are very suspicious. They're doing shady financing. They're definitely not looking out for the retail. So, you know, I'm all for trading shady, but you just got to realize what it is. And actually, one reason I probably would not recommend Safe Moon touching it is one, it looks like it's potentially on the backside of the kind of parabolic move that it potentially already had. And the second thing, you're getting whacked with a massive, like I think it was like a 10 or 11 or 12% trading fee every time you use it. So you're instantly getting a massive spread. And that's supposed to incentivize not trading it but holding it. That's why it's, you know, considered Safe Moon. Oh my god, it's totally ridiculous, but that makes it even less attractive to, you know, swing trade. I don't know. I would be very weary of that. I recently just bought a bunch of Link, L-I-N-K. But, you know, any of the big names, you know, Ethereum's up a lot today. That's really nice. Yeah, I don't know. The pretty much the main names are pretty good. But we could dive a little bit more into crypto. I'll probably make separate videos on that. If you guys, I know some of you guys know that we have the crypto.enzo.com. We're going to be starting to publish there again, but not actually on crypto.enzo, but on Trade Journal. We're going to have private portfolios soon, so that's going to be coming up hopefully in the next month or so. GRTX, so shaky. You know, the resolution on this one is just so bad. If you're buying breakouts in GTRX, you're just getting shaken left and right. Let's quickly review the news here before we dive into anything else, because whoa, what's all this about? Oh god, what did I just click accept to? This is actually a really interesting way to kind of sum it up. Big government is back. The reason they're talking about that is because Biden laid out some pretty intense plans yesterday. Obviously, the family plan is one of the biggest ones, the American Families Plan. Really pushing towards, I think, preschool. It was, preschool funding. Here, I have it written down somewhere. Dramatically increase the social safety net for Americans from preschool age to those in Medicare. I think it's like schoolers from 3 to 4 are guaranteed, and then the preschool, and then I think the first 2 years of community college are paid. So it's, you know, giving really back to the lower and middle classes, and then obviously the upper classes are paying for that, the rich. So that's pretty much the synopsis. You guys can see pretty much every major news network is talking about it. We've already kind of covered this topic quite a bit, but yeah, the $6 billion or $6 trillion total package cost. It's definitely not a small feat. So it's going to be interesting to see how much gets passed. Here we go. Here's an interesting article. SoFi CEO dives deeper into crypto with Bitcoin, Ethereum rewards. SoFi is a company that we are actually swing trading. I think it was IPOE. We're down just a bit on this one. It's had a really nice little rally back here. Small position size on IPOE. I probably consider averaging down on this one if it dips again. Now that we sold Clove, so we'll just kind of keep watching it here. Most likely, now that I'm ready to dip by it, it's probably not going to dip again. We did have a higher low here, so that's a healthy trend to the upside. But yeah, I've been pretty bullish on IPOE for quite some time. Yeah, so I think one thing to really be knowledgeable about, you're probably gonna have this conversation in your friend circle, is really the American Families Plan. This is the big thing that Biden was talking about last night. Key parts to the plan: universal preschool for 3 and 4 year olds, and 2 years of tuition-free community college for every American. That sounds pretty good. That's what we were talking about just a second ago. A paid leave program for new parents. I think that's pretty good as well. A permanent expanded child tax credit and subsidized childcare for low and middle income families. This is definitely not without us. So Biden's plan includes bumping up top income tax from 37 to 39.6. And then this is a big one. This is one that's often discussed, nearly doubling the capital gains tax for wealthy investors. That's pretty serious. Doubling the capital gains tax. I mean, that's always been a hot topic. That's basically how, millionaires, for example, pay less taxes than somebody that has a job or something like that. So that's a big thing. Obviously, this is all something we've discussed here. Biden also looking to fund around, I think it was like $80 billion or something to the IRS to crack down on tax avoidance. We talked about that one as well. Yeah, the America Rescue Plan was the last $1.4 thousand check. Yeah. Ethereum here making headlines. They a record high of 2,714 yesterday. It's being talked about quite a bit. Check out this. If you think you have high inheritance tax, look at this. Samsung heirs will pay approximately $10.8 billion, the biggest inheritance tax ever. That's insane. And LinkedIn did more than $3 billion in ad revenue during the year ending in March 31st. This whole entire part here is talking about millennials really moving to the country and little house on the prairie, they called it. And then Facebook saying they might have a huge revenue hit with the Apple's new privacy policies, but Facebook did get away with a 48 increase last quarter, so that's a pretty big increase right there. Overall, India here is exploding with its COVID rates, but the deaths here at 3.6 thousand, for India being such a big country, U.S. had it really bad. You can go here to deaths in the U.S. and we had a few days over 5,000, which is just tragic. So just to kind of put in perspective, for a country that's much smaller than India, we still had much higher rates, which is really unfortunate. But I'm just trying to put things in perspective here. Google Trends. Obviously, unemployment was a big discussion here for the joint session of Congress that happened yesterday. And that was pretty much everything that I found was worthy to be talking about. Let me know if you guys feel anything else worth discussing, but let's get back to it here. 9:19, we got another pretty much 10 minutes before the market opens. And thanks, David. Thanks for letting people know. Michael, that does sound pretty nice. Always very nice. 9:20. All right, I'm out of tea, but I got some water and some coffee left, so I probably got enough hydration here for the trading session ahead. That's definitely something we'll have to put in our calendar, Michael. Elon Musk, May 8th on Saturday Night Live as Dodge Father. That's going to be good. Okay, VXRT being called out again. I'm going to go ahead and highlight this one. It does have some good energy here, VXRT. I like what I'm seeing. We had that run up till 10. That's what we were talking about before. USA Biotech, 110 million float, 1 billion market cap, a little bit on the high side, but right now, we're pushing 15% pre-market, or actually we're at almost 17% pre-market, so that's really nice. Honestly, to me, anytime I see anything moving, I'm just getting excited right now. This is what I was discussing a little bit earlier in the beginning here. Big time resistance around 10.50. So this is going to be the spot to watch. I'm already going to make sure I have my orders ready. Good till cancel. I'm going to make day, time of force, day. I'll have about 500 shares ready to go. Full size would be about 2,000 shares on VXRT. I'm not sure if I'm going to go full size right away, but if the opportunity is good, I'm going to go for it. So we'll see. What I like about VXRT and GRTX is the price is very similar, so I can switch between them fairly quickly without having to change much and change my mindset in terms of position size. So that's really nice. VXRT. Let's see if it holds this kind of channel it's forming and then has another leg to the upside. Who knows? I mean, that last break was about 6% or so. Yeah, 10.2, 10.5. That's going to be the point to watch. GRTX. This one also has big resistance here at 10. Maybe some more resistance at 10.5. Let's see if we can break that. And then if we can run past that, we're going to see something around 12. So both of these, are primed for potential continuation, but there's just huge resistance above that we got to break through first. So GRTX is definitely the lead gapper. We're having a bit of a stair-stepper pattern here. One stair, second stair. So first leg, second leg, third leg didn't really go to a new high and consolidating here. So who knows? Maybe it's going to have a little bit of a pullback first, maybe a shakeout. We got big support at 9, but ultimately, we have that potential for a break of 10. Similar situation then with VXRT. There's decent support there at 9.5. So if VXRT does have a pullback, that could be a great space to accumulate. We'll have VWAP and the 9 EMA on the 5-minute coming in there. Nice, Esmel. That's a freaking savage move. Senasonics, SENS. Strong bounce there off the lows. Kind of looks like it could continue this little rally it's had, 235. I haven't really been following this company so much. It's had a huge move though. I mean, we're talking well over, 13x. Question is, are we on the backside? Well, we're definitely on the backside of that move in general, but are we going to recover? We might see something like 3 or so pop back up, but right now, 2.5 is going to be the place to get over. You can see we got to 235 so far. We'll see. I don't know. I'm not really watching this one. I can't really fully comment on it. In terms of day trading, it's too light. That's the mixed volume. If you check out the Discord, which you can find at tradejournal.co/connect, and then you go under the brokers and TD Ameritrade, ThinkorSwim category, you can find all about that. There's a video on it as well. I'll go ahead and here and link to the Discord. 4 minutes. And And then it begins. Nice little bounce there again. Getting close right to VWAP. Oh, this has been a very, very slow week for me. I think I'm slightly red this week, which is very unfortunate. Well, this month has been slow. You guys already know that, but this week has been a bit of a constant back and forth. Yeah, actually, I'm not even slightly red. I'm like a good $400 red, which, you know, we could technically make up in one trade. It's not so important, but. What are you doing up since 1 a.m.? Actually, me local time, probably the same. Technically, I was up since around 1. I got up a little bit later today, around 7. Usually we'll be getting up around 6. I'm trying for 5:45, but after traveling, sometimes always a little bit, you know, off my routine. Which is about, you know, 1 a.m. right now, Eastern Standard Time, because I'm 6 hours ahead of the New York Stock Exchange. $250 here before the market opens in their 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Eyes on GRTX and VXRT, two of the more interesting gappers. We're getting a lot of kind of these mergers or acquisition kind of plays or light volume poppers. Just a lot of no volume activity. So yeah, VXRT and GRTX, two lead gappers right now in the markets. Dang. You guys got some crazy times. Yeah, Abdul, you're the same as me then. 2 p.m. is when pre-market starts for me as well. Which is nice because you like just come off of lunch. Sometimes I'm a little bit tired. And then, you know, I'll be like, yeah, I don't know. It's good. I'm not complaining. I do like when I'm in the States though, and like I wake up, you know, do like an hour of, you know, little pre-market routine and then get right into trading. I feel like I'm totally in the flow. Sometimes at this point of the day, you're just like, you know, if you already had a full morning of work behind you. Do some workouts beforehand, Michael. That might help. So yesterday, jumping in right at the market open would have been the way to go. So, you know, whatever you feel like is right. GRTX without 165 million market cap, 25 million float is much, much nicer. Just the catalyst is, you know, it's good. It's probably one of the better catalysts today. VXRT is the one with the catalyst that's not so hot, 1 billion market cap as well. So I'm actually a little bit less excited about VXRT. Also 110 million float, that's pretty high. Only gapping around 11% pre-market originally isn't, you know, super exciting. So yeah, right now I'm in Berlin. All right, guys, good luck, everyone. Here we go. GRTX looks like it's holding this 9 EMA. Boom, quick move higher there on GRTX. Possible break at 10. 10.1 was pre-market highs. Boom, all-time high on GRTX. VXRT holding. Whoa, GRTX just had a freaking flush of a lifetime here. Whoa. All right, that probably will put GRTX off the radar a little bit. I don't know. Let's see how it recovers from this. Could be a doji, but That was pretty nasty. VXRT, a lot of traders probably going to be switching over to this one. Let's keep an eye on it, but also people might be a little bit hesitant after what we just saw. Watching VXRT, it's trying. Nice little pop higher there. Found big support, 4% move now. Oh, Aaron, that would have been sweet. VXRT definitely has some more upside from here, but just shy of 2 minutes since the market opened. I'm just trying to remain calm, wait for a more clean setup. Technically, this is having a pullback, but it's not yet on that new front side. We just bought 50 shares of Swift in our swing trade account. That's actually an average into the position. Nice little VXRT 6% pop there. Holding pretty well. New minute and 10 seconds. Solid breakout. Just in case it has a quick pullback, I'm gonna put an order at here, but most likely it won't. Watching this one. Great continuation there, instantly to 1040. This is where the bigger resistance was at 10.5. Wow, huge move there on VXRT. Really liking that action. Osprey Tech, Black Sky, Zaki. It's a SPAC. VXRT 1066. Whoa, that's some serious front side action there. I was not expecting this one to keep crawling so strong. Big green candle there on the 5 minute. Good to see that. Watching here if 10.5 holds or breaks. VXRT lead gapper right now, followed by GRTX. OSTK kind of popping up for some potential as well. Watching VXRT just in case it dips here a little bit below 10. GRTX, big support at 9, possible bounce coming up. Still watching this ticker. Support coming in actually pretty well. I'm gonna give it a little bit longer. It was a strong front side move though, so there's gonna be a lot of dip buyers on this one. We might be able to see 12 on VXRT today. Second attempt to move lower. Still holding really well. Try to get that entry there at 37. Buyers here coming in. GRTX just had a great bounce off of 9, 20 cents a share. Good little 2.4% pop though on VXRT. Can't complain about that. Possible break here back above 10.5. I think I was a little bit too slow on this one for sure. I should have had my limit order ready to go or been prepared to buy higher. Otherwise, is what it is. Brent. Good move though on VXRT. Great support there. Great front side pullback. Everything's looking very clean on this one. Yeah, I should have got that. That was a total miss on my end. I was expecting a move like this as well. I'm not even really sure why I removed my limit order, but let's keep watching it here. I like the setup. Good strength, 2 million shares. Everything's looking promising on this ticker right now. Could maybe even see 12 today. 938. Nice, Sean. Just read your message. Yeah, April was a good month to skip. It's been a tricky month for sure. I might have to start skipping April, honestly. Always having back-to-back slow experiences. And you can see the dip buyers here are really strong. That was a bit of a fake out though on that last push to the upside, so there's definitely a little bit more caution in the air right now. You can kind of see it in the order flow and that last spike. Nice move there on GRTX. 4%. Who got that GRTX pop? I was thinking about it. I had a limit order ready to go. Usually that's a kind of classic move that screams my name, but VXRT trying here for another move. GRTX flushing a little bit. I'd be careful here. Possible break of 9. Got that last pullback just now. Long at 26. It's a bit of a slow moving ticker. GRTX broke under 9. Had that pullback with VXRT. Bigger pullback here. New minute starting now. See, it could sink again. Nice action there. Sell volume, not super strong. Volume in general kind of fading here after this pull. Overall pullback. Let's see if we can break 10.5. Possible break there at 10.5. It's hard to say though. It's moving a little slow. Taking some profit off the table. Maybe it's gonna flush here, not hold. You just don't know. Yesterday, I didn't take profits off the table quick enough, and I ended up, you know, really getting burnt for it. Yep, selling off. Let's see if it holds here. No, it's not holding. I'm going to close on this one. Could keep breaking past 10.5. You guys know me though. I'm not the one to stick around so long after so many failed attempts. I do like what we're seeing here, but just a little bit too slow. So puts me up slightly on the day. Been having kind of a, you know, it's been tough. So I like the fact that this one has that good potential till 12. So let's keep watching VXRT. We might have maybe more moves higher now. I was getting a little bit nervous there for a flush. That was about a 4% move. Now we're moving to the 60s, so it's looking good. I closed in the 40s. So nice, good pop there. Nice to see that. Happy to see that. Now we're getting a little bit more action. The question is, can we run? Nice. Good move higher. Watching VXRT. It's a nice little 6% run or so. New high of day on VXRT. They're at 1089. This one has been having some pretty strong front side moves. So once it kind of starts going, it's easy to miss. Bit of a sell-off though just now. A lot of sell volume. First 30 seconds. Should be holding here. This should be the entry. Little suspicious though. I'm usually not the biggest fan of this kind of setup right here, where it's still technically in a potential backside. These always burn me quite a bit, so that's why I'm not buying right here. Yeah, it's struggling. It's definitely struggling for that continuation. I think a bit of my problem with VXRT is the fact that it's a 1 billion market cap company. Typically, this is bigger than the companies I'm usually trading. So, I think one problem I have with trading these companies that are a bit more large caps is just the way they move. They have a lot more fake outs. They're a little bit less clean on the 1 minute. So, I oftentimes do get shaken out on these. But you know, just being aware of that sometimes is all you need. I'm trying to get a quick entry here for a continuation back to the upside. Didn't get it. Should pop higher here. This is what I would expect. But we got maybe another little shakeout moment coming up first. Dipping now back into the 37s. Into the low 40s. Holding. It's a tough one. This is what I mean by a little bit less clean. I mean, with a typical small cap, you know, 50 million market cap, you're going to be getting much quicker resolution. 110 million floats, very, very high as well. So that was a bit my problem. I was just getting shaken around on this one. I'm pretty happy I was able to even walk away green, but Lawrence. Clove flush, yeah, a bit of a flush. Not really that bad though. I mean, cloves are really moving up nicely. I gotta say, this is really impressive. I had my original limit order to sell right in this area, and then I missed it. And then I moved it here. I was constantly missing it, and then we finally closed this position at the worst time. Nice, VXRT popping back higher. I'm still thinking and hoping that we're going to see a move into the to 12. Good action right now. There's the breakout. VXRT is really our main gapper right now, which is almost kind of unfortunate. ATOS was being called out. Nice moves on ATOS for sure. Good call here. Look at that big break of 2.5. Go ahead and mark it. Looks like it's a bit of an options play. Crawling into some bigger resistance right now. Tyler, I just read your message. I just tried exiting out of orders for you. And yeah, Michael, that's yeah, that's always probably the most frustrating thing, but usually it doesn't frustrate me so much. And I don't even know if it's frustrating me that much right now either, but I guess in a slow market where there's only so many, like a handful of opportunities per day, I guess it becomes a little bit more frustrating if you miss a move. But usually, you know, pre-market, I'll be, you know, 15 trades deep already, and, you know, the market hasn't even opened, so we're just like, you know, there's much more opportunities, so, you know, missing one doesn't really bother me. ATOS, nice little 5% pop there. Again, good call on ATOS. Sometimes all you can really ask for in a slow market is just one good trade, and you know, we got at least one trade. It wasn't like a great one, but it's really when you start trying to get too much out of it, that's where the mistakes come in. ATOS up around 17% now. It's really not too bad. It's this options news that is a little bit unorthodox. Option May 21, $2 call sweep near ask. Earnings 512. That's hard to say on that. It's a consistent ticker. The way it's trading, though, is extremely consistent. Big resistance at around 2.5, which we broke above, now acting as potential support. Possible run to about 3, though, from here, if it keeps holding. I mean, I got VXRT up on my second screen. I'm still watching it. I'm just, you know, not super interested on this one. Same with GRTX. I'm watching it as well, but, you know, there's not much to say about it, I guess. All right, the coffee's catching up to me. I'll be right back and see if there's any more trades. Maybe for the next 10, 15, 20 minutes, we'll see. Dang, who caught that bounce on ATOS? Look at that move back above 2.5. Woo! Yo, Corey, get any trades in yet today? TLRY and APHA merger vote tomorrow, Alfie says. TLRY is definitely one we've been watching for quite some time. VXRT just brought a new high. Worth watching. Wow, okay, VXRT, there it goes. NVM, this thing just took a big old dookie, huh? I was actually not aware of that. Is that true? Gotta check that out, Nathan. I was ready by Fed. Oh yeah, I missed that one today. Certified investigation. Oh, yeah, that's gonna be a good one to keep up to date with. Continuation there on VXRT. What was that watch alert just went off? SFTW. SFTW is the one we bought a little bit more of today at 96, I believe it was. Yeah, that rejection was no joke. It almost feels like there's news pending or something like that. GRTX has just been in a continuous downward slope now. I mean, really not super interesting. ATOS though, trying here again. This one's actually holding. That's 72 million float is pretty nice. 266 market cap. Okay, that's okay. ATOS really kind of rallying here. Maybe it's gonna run till 4 or so, but I mean not 4. Let me zoom out here again. 3. Still on the front side move. 1, 2, 3. Already had 3 pretty strong pullbacks. Dollar volume on ATOS is still pretty light though, only 25 million. And the lack of catalyst is also making me sit on my fingers a little bit. But heck, we've had some pretty consistent moves on this ticker. That board at number 3 was a good one. It looks a little bit shaky here on ATOS. The XRT still selling off, and ATOS kind of joining a little bit. Could be a good dip trade. WVVI making some moves. I was looking at this one pre-market and I was super uninterested in it, although we ended up getting a kind of a nice pop here. Originally though, it didn't have really enough volume to where I think I would have wanted to trade it. It did kind of pop up just momentarily, so there was an opportunity on WVVI. Again, I wasn't really too excited about it when I was watching it pre-market, so I wasn't really thinking I might see some more opportunity on it. Nice bounce there on ATOS. Oh yeah, METX as well. I saw that being called out here in the chat room as well. Infinity, yeah, nice call. big increase in earnings this company had. Relative volume, not crazy. Bigger resistance here at 2. Question is, can we really break above it? Tons of resistance on this ticker, but it's making some pretty nice moves actually. Can't say anything about it. I mean, every year usually there's a bit of a fade. Oftentimes summers are a little bit slower, but I have noticed spring. Last year's spring was a total snooze fest. So April and May were my 2 slowest months last year. So it's looking to be pretty much the same thing again this year. It's not always the same, but there's always, every year, there's always 1 or 2, sometimes 3 months that's relatively much slower. So, you know, in these kind of conditions, oftentimes I'm just kind of extra patient, and I do miss a lot of moves, but it doesn't really bother me because ultimately in these sessions it's sometimes not even like the point to make money, but just like to survive, right? That's why I might even take, you know, a whole month off next time, who knows. METX, this is really the popper right now. This is the most energy. METX. The growth on this company is really nice, I gotta say, in the hundreds of %. Gene float. $485% increase in gross billing and 483% increase in student enrollment. Now, that's almost a perfect correlation. A lot of resistance getting close to 3. I'm not sure if we're going to run to that, but even like 270s would be huge support. They probably are already doing that, huh? Check out the monthly recap videos, JK, for full detail on our day trading profits. We're going to have another monthly recap actually coming up next week, Tuesday. I'll have that thumbnail out, I think, probably this weekend. Aaron, check the Discord, and you will find it in the trade, TD Ameritrade, ThinkorSwim section, the mixed volume. Awesome move there on METX, really strong. Possible attempt there at 2-3 again. Biggest volume marker just happened. Boom! There's the break of 2-3. Next zone 2-4. Let's see if we can get to it. New minute starting. 2-1. 2:30. 230. You can feel the sellers there a little bit stronger, but yeah, it's getting chipped away. There's the break of 2-3. You high there. $10.08. We've been getting some really good moves from like 10 to 10:30 lately. Yesterday after I ended the stream, I was like, oh, there was one good move after another. Still watching METX. Let me quickly check some other tickers I got on my top screen. METX going for 2-4. Kind of looks like ATOS is back in the game too. After a bigger sell-off into the 40s, 5% pop back to the upside with big volume though, looking pretty healthy. METX could be setting up around 23 or so. Watching METX at 22. Possible size. No fill there. Good action on METX. Really impressed to see that. Closing limit order on METX. Watching ATOS with you guys. The main screen. Bit bigger of a sell-off there on ATOS, but instantly recovers. Actually quite strong too. METX might break below 20s. No trade yet. Slow for me. ATOS almost feels like it just totally stopped moving. It's been pretty much stuck there the whole time. Nice life. Congrats, man. Oh, wait. I think I read that wrong. So what's the situation now on that? Yeah, I think never mind. I read that wrong. Yeah, you're out. Gotcha. I have a limit order on it at 216. I actually just went ahead and removed them. I'm watching the price action a little closer. I'll pull it up here on the chart quickly so you guys can see if you're watching this on playback. This is the price action. I was trying to buy it right below the 9 EMA. I missed my fill, but I'm watching ATOS as well. So both of which could be candidates for continuation. METX selling off again. I'm not sure if METX is going to have a VWAP retest or not. ATOS looking to try to break a new high there at one point. Something scary on METX is that just the strong downward trend it's been on for so long. So I'm not really sure how many backholders and how many sellers are hiding in this one, which I feel like could be a lot because we still haven't broke to a new high. I think that new high would come around for the first time around 2.5. ATOS trying really hard to crawl up. 221. It doesn't. Oh, big buyers now just popped up on METX. Huge buyers. Massive amounts of orders. Could be a bit of a spoof, but it's definitely enough to crack above the 9 EMA for a second there. Who knows? Maybe they're going to slam into it. Throw some huge sell orders into that. The Alpha Inc. IPO, I could look into it. I haven't done so yet already, so can't really comment on it. We definitely had some good opportunities today. I gotta say, I feel like lately some of the best opportunities are actually coming not from pre-market gappers, but from tickers that, you know, crawl up slightly, like METX after the market opens. ATOS still crawling higher here. Small size there at 64. Let's watch this one. Possible another fill at 63. See if we can get some fill. See if we can get a little bit more continuation. Looking for a move into the 70s. Small size though on ATOS. I'm gonna close out on this one. I kind of felt like I bought a little bit too soon, was thinking we might see 50s, and then I would have rebought, so I'm watching this one. I don't know, was that a loss just now on ATOS? No, it was actually a 20-cent winner. Well, is scratch. Anything below 1% is really just a scratch. There we go. There's a little bit more sell-off that I was kind of worried about. I actually want to take a little bit more time to do some swing trade videos, so I'm going to probably try to get some of those out coming up in the next few days, maybe starting next week. Could start this week though. So I'll try to do a little bit more in-depth analysis on a few tickers. If you guys have any specific tickers, you know, drop them in the comments or drop them in Discord, and I'll add them to the list. But for now, pretty much everything in my swing portfolio, I want to do at least one good scrub and through. ATOS possible dip trade getting if we break 256. So it was good that we made that scratch. ATOS was shaky. I would have liked a very quick pullback at most, and then pretty quick resolution. This is a small cap now. This is no longer, you know, VXRT large cap, you know, $1 billion, north of $1 billion market cap, which sometimes takes 3, 4, 5, 6 attempts before it starts breaking out. On the 1 minute, it's very shaky. You can see here these small caps, they have very quick resolution. You pretty much know right away if you're right or wrong. That's why I have a hard time trading mid caps, because I've like programmed my brain over, and at this point, many years, that every time I don't get that resolution, I'm like, oh, something's bad, I'm out. And with ATOS, that proved to be correct, while trading VXRT made me sell too early. You know, I know that I'm trading a larger company, and I know that it's going to trade differently, but it's almost like such an ingrained habit at this point that I have a hard time sticking around. It is what it is. I don't really regret it, because I don't really like trading mid caps, and usually I do avoid them. But you know, in a market like this with just such small amount of opportunity, sometimes you know, you just trade the lead gapper regardless what it is. METX, nice little pop there back off of VWAP. Huge move. Could be crawling. Let's go ahead and METX, let's see here. 13 million float, 94 million market cap. This is the Chinese education trading company with that reports for right now. It's, you know, it's pumping. That's some good volume this ticker had. Didn't really sell off that much. That was a perfect bounce off of VWAP, like literally picture perfect bounce off of VWAP. A lot of sellers there at 230. Look at that. Look at that amount of orders. Nice. Chipped right through it. Whoa. Is METX going to break 237? High of day. That was a high of day or just now. I'm not sure why TOS doesn't show that. Yeah, Aaron, that's also true. They ripped past that sell volume. Overall volume is a little bit lighter though. Here come the sellers. New minute. Let's see what happens. Markets are all slightly green, yep. Could be a potential on this one. This would be the first pullback on a new move to the front side. Entry there at 27. I went with a little bit, not a full size, but a size that was kind of more not as comfortable. So I did close one 2K right away. I'm seeing here if we get a little bit more resolution. There's some momentum coming back in this one. And it's still struggling. I'm going to close out this one with the intent of potentially rebuying. No, looks like I closed out a little bit too soon. Could be a shakeout coming, worth watching. No, it held. Nice, it did hold. Looks like I closed the rest of my position too soon. Oh well. Nice, good bounce off of there. I mean, this is technically a perfect pullback. Again, I'm just, overall still fairly skeptical in the market, so I'm not, trying to push any sort of home run. If I can just, get a decent little trade, I'm usually already pretty happy at this point until we see, consistent, solid breakouts, tickers holding their highs after a breakout, which right now METX is, technically pretty perfect on that regard. 1027 right now. This could be another breakout here. It's kind of hard to read. I do like the fact that we're trading small caps right now. It does make me pretty happy. I'm so over trading mid caps. They play with my mind all the time. I'll swing trade one any day, but the second I start looking at them too much is when I start making mistakes. METX might do a little bit of a fake out here, a little bit of a shakedown. METX 27.26. This would have been a really good entry before. I'm not gonna buy yet though. Trying to get a fill. Missed my fill. Let's wait a little bit longer. I'm trading on my second screen right now, so you guys are only seeing the orders that pop up that are actually being placed. I like trading on my second screen more because it doesn't show the P&L open. This could be a breakout here. I mean, this is a flag pattern, so I wouldn't be surprised if it broke now above 2.3. Even if it was a fake out, I would expect some sort of move over 2.3. Maybe we're gonna have a shakeout first, but we'll see. Let's see here what happens. There it is. 2.3 getting chipped. Woo! Slow. I think if I was trading this one, I probably would have made a mistake. This is a bit of a cup and handle pattern though. I mean, this is pretty clean. 2-3 getting chipped. There goes the potential fake out. I mean shake out. Very quick. Oh, that was my worst trade ever. Okay, you know what? I'm going to wrap it up there. I can tell that I have no more chill just on the way how I traded that one. I mean, that was bad. I wanted to get an entry at 2.6. I missed it. Then I hesitated. Then the breakout was finally happening. 2.3 was getting chipped away. That's what I like to see. I was lacking confidence, and I closed right away at like 2.31. And when I do, or I know at 2.32, which is whatever, you know, quickie, but like, when I start doing stuff like that, I notice I'm lacking conviction behind my trades, and that's usually a sign to wrap up because I should be much more clear-headed. Anyway, METX looking really good, guys. So, you know, congrats if you guys are milking this one. I mean, I'm not really doing much of a milk job here. You know, wrapping up here, $400 profit on the day, which is more than you know, I can honestly ask for lately. This month has been such a freaking blank slate. I am green this month, but yeah, it's been pretty dull here for me. METX, there it goes, still running. I mean, this is exactly what I was hoping for. I mean, this pullback here was perfect. And we had a good breakout. 2-3 got chipped away. We had a little bit of a shakeout right beforehand. Did exactly what I wanted, and I somehow couldn't trade it. So yeah, I think we got some good upside here till maybe 2.5. Volume overall is pretty nice here, pulling back right now. But you know, 10:30, I'm gonna call it here for the day. ATOS first, the ticker I'm up the least. Why is it actually scrolling like that? Let's do it like this. So ATOS. You know, we had that really quick little trade here. ATOS was a really nice one that I wish I traded a little bit more. 72%, 72 float, you know, below 500 million market cap. It was lacking a catalyst. I was trying to squeeze here, breakout towards 3. It didn't end up working, so I got a scratch on it. GRTX, I traded pre-market. This one, you know, I was losing conviction behind because the stair steppers were really losing their momentum. And wow, this thing, you know, spiked higher and then flushed super heavy. So good thing I didn't end up trading this one anymore. METX. This was a ticker that, you know, really started to shine just now. Well, actually, we had a great front side move that I totally missed. I wanted to dip trade it in this area, but somehow I constantly missed it. Right now, it's pulling back. I don't know. 10:30 is usually when I need to step away. And then VXRT, obviously the biggest winner here for me today. I just got some nice little quick action here. Honestly, I think the biggest reason I'm green on this one is because my size was just pretty big. I actually sold right before the big move to the upside, but I don't know, yesterday I held a little bit too long and then I ended up getting burned pretty bad because of it. So it is what it is. I'll take my $400 and wrap it today. So thanks for tuning in, guys. There's definitely a few questions with the Alpha IPO. I don't know much about it. I'll look into it. I'll write it in the Discord. Actually, we should make an IPO section in the Discord. I'll go ahead and do that. If you guys have not joined the Discord already, go ahead and check out tradejournal.co/connect. Scroll down here to the Discord and you'll see it. We'll add an IPO section. Good luck to anyone who's still trading METX because it's looking pretty tasty, honestly. Thanks for all the messages. Matt says, WTF was that, Alex? Yeah, you know, I was so ashamed at that trade that I was like, I need to go. If there's any tickers you guys want me to really dive deep in, just write me in the Discord, leave a comment below, I'll add it to the list. I want to do a little bit more swing trade, discovery, I guess you can call it. Till next time, guys, like always, stay safe, make some awesome trades, and good luck with METX. Ciao, guys. Oh yeah, don't forget to drop a like on the way out. I do appreciate it. See you.